Good morning. Welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living, North Metro. I'm Reverend Michael Torphy.
I'm Reverend Valerie Torphy.
I'm Sheila Fawson.
I'm Greg Fawson. We do the broadcast production.
I'm Dr. Ernestine Garcia, and I get to do the readings.
I'm Robin Hackett, and I get to sing.
Yay!
Hey, good to see everybody. Hi.
Hi. Would you pray us in?
So just take this moment to take a nice, deep, cleansing breath. Close your eyes as we just settle into the sacred space of the Center for Spiritual Living North Metro's Sunday service, and know that right where we are, God is. In every breath and every word and every song and everything that we are doing today, and everyone that's here with us, everyone that's with us online, everyone that watches us later, we're all here in this sacred space, allowing the mysteries to unfold. And so in absolute gratitude, I simply release it, let it go, and allow it to be. And together we say,
And so it is. We're ready for some Robin Hackett.
I'm ready. Spirit and I are one. 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 Holy, 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 holy. Spirit and I are one. Spirit and I are one. Spirit and I are one. We are holy, holy, holy. We are holy, holy, holy. Holy, holy, holy. Holy, 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 light. Spirit and I are one. Spirit and I are one. Yeah. Spirit and I are one. Spirit and I are one. Holy, holy, holy. Holy, holy, holy. Holy, holy, holy. Holy, holy, holy. We are holy, holy, holy. Holy, holy, holy. We are holy, holy. Holy, holy, holy. Light. 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 Light.
Robin Hackett.
Thank you.
Thank you, Robin.
You're welcome.
We're going to take care of some business and be back to you shortly.
The purpose of the Center for Spiritual Living North Metro is to be a spiritual community, to be supportive to all those who are seeking support, to practice and live unconditional love, to be non-judgmental and forgiving, to embrace oneness, to join all others who want to co-create a world that works for everyone, all cultures, all races, all sexual orientations, all life.
So it's
So it is. So check out our website, cslnorthmetro.org. Reverend Michael has a blog out. He has a blog out there for every month since we started, I believe. And there's a new one that I'm going to be posting in the next day or so. And you can go to contact us and add yourself to the email list, and then you'll get our emails and things like that. You can request prayer on the website, and we'll pray on it all week. So check us out, because there's lots of good information out there. Also, the affirmations that we do and spiritual mind treatment that Stephen Anthony writes are up there for the last couple of months. So there's lots of affirmations and prayers and things too. So check us out.
yes.
That's all for me.
Okay. There's Ernestine.
It must be time for the affirmations that
Awesome.
Stephanie Anthony has written for us, right?
Right.
Okay, I usually read them off the screen, so I'm waiting for them to come up.
There you go.
Affirmations for the week of January 14th, 2024.
Whoops.
What?
Sorry. I thought I changed that. Anyway, you read it right. I'm shutting up now.
Okay. Please repeat after me. My natural state is one of absolute perfection.
My natural state is one of absolute perfection.
I set the intention to live my fullest life possible.
I set the intention to live my fullest life possible.
My existence makes a positive contribution to the world.
My existence makes a positive contribution to the world.
I awake each day renewed, refreshed, and aligned fully with the universe.
I awake each day renewed, refreshed, and aligned fully with the universe.
Each moment is a sacred revealing of God's expression.
Each moment is a sacred revealing of God's expression.
All of my experiences are the fulfillment of Spirit's vision.
All my experiences are the fulfillment of Spirit's vision.
And together we say,
And so it is.
okay, today's reading, another good reading that the reverends have selected for us, is from the book Thoughts Are Things by Prentice, Mulford. As a spirit, you are part of God, or the infinite force, or spirit of good. As such part, you are an ever-growing power which can never lessen and must always increase, even as it has in the past, through many ages, always increased, and built you up as to intelligence, to your present mental stature. The power of your mind has been growing to its present quality and clearness through many more physical lives than the one you are now living. Through each past life, you have unconsciously added to its power. Every struggle of the mind, be it struggle against pain, struggle against appetite, struggle for more skill in the doing of anything, struggle for greater advance in any art or calling, struggle and dissatisfaction at your failings and defects, is an actual pushing of the spirit to greater power and a greater relative completion of yourself and with such completion, happiness. For the aim of living is happiness. There is today more of you and more of every desirable mental quality belonging to you than ever before. The very dissatisfaction and discontent you may feel concerning your failings is a proof of this. If your mind was not as clear as it is, it could not see those failings. You are not now where you may have been in a mood of self-complacency when you thought yourself about right in every aspect or in every respect. Only you may now, in looking at yourself, have swung too far in the opposite direction, and because your eyes have been suddenly opened to certain faults, you may think these faults to be constantly increasing. They are not. The God in yourself, the ever-growing power in yourself, has made you see an incompleteness in your character. Yet, that incompleteness was never so near a relative completion as now.
I think it was going to be for a while. Yeah. Hey, here we are.
Hello. It's us again. So what happened while we were gone?
I think Ernestine's computer ran out of battery or something.
Oh,
She died.
Just
Yeah.
as she was finishing the reading, but I'm sure she'll be back in a minute. She'll have to plug in her charger.
Well, that's so interesting because all we got was a black screen too. So,
Yeah.
oh well. So here we are.
I'm sure she'll be back. So
Yeah.
Susan just said, is Mercury in retrograde? And I said, I think I read that it's going to be there for a while. So,
Yeah.
so sunspots and things like that do affect the broadcast. And so we sometimes think that things out there are that they don't, but they do. And so we are going to
Maybe
just
the
smile
the 1 degree.
it's all God. It's all
What?
God. It's all good.
yeah.
Okay.
All right, we're ready.
Thank you.
So let's bring Robin back because we could use a little music with our soul.
Well, he walks like he knows every secret, and he talks like his life's on the line, and he never gives in to the contrary motions that leave some of us spinning behind. And she stands with her boots pointed forward, and she finishes all that she started. And she won't be content to be one of those people whose arms reach on up for the stars. And certain people are not quite at home on the ground. And certain people never blend into a crowd. Certain people and when he walks in a room with no windows, well, he carries in his own light, and he makes the world seem like there's nothing between what you want, what you make with your mind. And certain people are not quite at home on the ground. And certain people never blend into a crowd. Certain people certain people. Whoa, 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 So I vow to walk straight like an arrow, and I promise to speak like I know, 'cause I'm tired of being like all of the people, uncertain of where they could go, and certain people not quite at home on the ground, and certain people never blend into a crowd. Certain people, certain people, certain people not quite at home on the ground, and certain people never blend into a crowd. Certain people, certain people, yeah, certain people.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you.
I love that song.
Thank you.
Okay, we're gonna do our thing now, and we'll be back to you shortly.
All right.
We're good. It's been quite a day so far.
Yeah, it has
A
been,
lot of excitement.
been eventful and not like we planned.
Yeah. What I know is the mystery of life is a mystery. In all aspects, everything that we experience, it's always a mystery. And Albert Einstein says, the most beautiful thing we can experience is the mysterious. It is the source of all true. It is the source of all true art and science. And two things pop out for me in that statement. He says, true art and science. He doesn't say true science. He says true art and science. And for me, what he's saying, or what I get, my understanding of it is, art is an emotion. It's a feeling tone. It's a connection between the artist and her subject. And it can't be what does that say when you?
Diluted?
Yeah, I feel diluted right now.
That's not what you meant?
Like when you're in class and you're dissected.
Ah, that.
Sometimes the words just don't come. Art can't be dissected. It has to be expressed through the artist. It's a flow. It's a connection, and it's important to realize that, because you don't have to be a painter to be an artist. You don't have to be a sculptor to be an artist. You can put art in every aspect of your life. How you raise your children, how you cook a meal, how you do your job. It can all be this wonderful, artful way of expressing yourself. So science, he didn't put true science, because science is truth. It's a working of the scientist to find the facts and to know that it's just facts. And so it becomes not so far away from an artist, because both are expressions of pure spirit. One is trying to explain what our life is all about, and the other is showing what the artist sees and how that can have meaning, not only for her, but for all those that get to experience their work. We all came into this world just like a mystery, and the world becomes a mystery because every new experience we have is a mystery that needs to be explored, experienced, and lived in its fullness. Because if you are to embrace a mystery, then you are living life fully, because it's one and the same. When I have a mystery come into my life, it's not something new. It's just something more creative, more uplifting for my soul, for the journey I'm taking. A good example of, I want to tell a story about this person who I read about many years ago. Her name is Elizabeth Jameson, and she was an attorney. She practiced law for kids that were incarcerated, and later on she switched to children with disabilities and diseases. And her story is interesting because one day she woke up. She was this powerful attorney, and she loved doing the law for children. But one day she wakes up and she has no voice. And as all of us know, you can't do too much as a lawyer if you don't have a voice. And because the lawyers have a lot to say, they got a lot to do. They need a voice. So she went to the doctor. And the doctor said, we got to do some tests. So they did all these tests and it wasn't coming up with anything. So he suggested that she get an MRI, which she did. And he called her into the office and he showed her all these black and white MRI prints. And he told her the news that she had multiple sclerosis. Sclerosis. And as you can imagine, that was a huge stepping into a mystery of what's going to happen to her, because all of us that discover something new in our life, what happens is a mystery is created, because we don't know what's going to happen to us. We can't say that, oh, this is happening, so this is what's going to happen. We can project, we can pretend, we can think we have all the answers, but we really are in a mystery. So she looked at these prints, and she had something happen where she connected with them. She felt something was moving within her. So what happened was she wasn't told. She experienced that she should go out and start painting. Now, as she expressed it, she's on TED. You can hear her talk. But as she expressed it, she didn't like art. She never liked it at all, because she was kind of a more logical person. But she practiced law, so she had to be logical in her approach. But so she answered the calling, which was to paint, and she created these images in a way that it means something deeper to her. She redefined what the meaning of each print was, and it turned into this wonderful, beautiful art. And she started She ended up quitting law because she couldn't practice anymore, but she started going out and speaking. And what her art meant to her was that it could spark people coming together to discuss their disease or their disability, and to not run away from it, to not hide it, but to embrace it fully by talking about it, by joining others who talk about it. So her art ended up being all over ended up being national and international, hanging in various places. She goes around telling her story now. And when I witnessed her giving her TED Talk, I saw a very brave woman. I saw a woman that knew who she was and what she was here for. I saw a woman who embraced the mystery that came to her like seemingly overnight, to embrace it and to know that she was more than it, and that it was within this mystery was the revealing of her next journey, her journey into something greater than who she was, and to still be able to give service and to count as something. I related to her story because, as I shared with everybody who's around me, this thing that I do not want to name, because I'm not going to give it any power, has been in my body. And when I discovered it, I realized, well, I got a new mystery here that can reveal to me, what it is that I am to do with it, what it is that I can transform it into something more than what doctors tell me it is, or more than what's supposed to happen to me. Because life is a mystery, and I get to live it, as each one of you get to live it. Why don't you say something?
I'm going to switch gears completely. Okay. So after I spent some time with the title, I got out 10 Ideas That Make a Difference by Ernest Holmes. And he said, there's a divine presence in everything and everyone, and that presence responds to us. Our recognition of this, our acceptance of it, our prayer of affirmation causes a response to us in a new way. There is a manifestation that rises to the level of our expectation, our faith, our conviction, and our inner acceptance. And so I know we talk about this all the time, but I know in my personal life, I have days where I'm not practicing everything that we talk about every week, and I'm having doubts about this or that, or I'm thinking I can't do a thing, and so I think it's important. It's important to me to just continue to read and to continue to practice and to understand that the mystery is that every single one of us is one with the one and one with all that is, that there's absolutely no separation. And, we look at ourselves and we look at the other person and we look at what's outside of us and we think, oh, well, I'm in this thing all by myself, or I'm doing this by myself. And the truth is, we're a united piece of everything. And if we begin to realize that there's something so much bigger going on than the individual things that happen to us every day, and the thoughts and the fears and the things that we have, and just understand that we're on this divine journey. And I think it talked in the reading about how it's a long journey, and that we come back and know things that we didn't know the last time before. And as we begin to realize that there's a place within us where actually we're within it, where it's everything. And so as we begin to recognize that the flower that we love, we're one with, and the tree that we love that gives us shade, we're one with, and the person that we love, we're one with, and the person that we have a hard time getting along with, we're one with, and all of the things that are going on the planet that we don't understand, we're one with. And as we begin to understand that we're bigger than anything we might think we are, and we understand the wholeness of that one spirit being in everything, and that we're never alone, and as we begin to understand that power within us, and as we begin to love what is, and as we begin to accept what is, and as we begin to understand the power that we have, we can become greater and do greater things and be greater. And I think we can be happier, and we can spread that too as we begin to understand that we're so much more than this body. We're so much more than the physical things that go on every day. Do you have more to say about that? It looks like you do.
I was listening to you.
Oh, okay.
No.
Okay. So I'm going to go on just a little further. He also says, deep within all of us, there is a place of calm, peace, and security, where trouble does not occur, where truth and love reign supreme, and good is the only power. It is to this place that we should go daily, and in the silence of our own mind, commune with this power, this spirit that is both within and around us. In our meditation, we should seek to recognize the reality of spirit as immediate and personal. And I think sometimes we get so busy being human and doing the things we have to do that we forget that we're bigger than that, and we're more than that. And as we begin to recognize that, and as we begin to realize the power of our thought, that when we're thinking that I'm powerful and I'm wonderful, and as I think, I manifest, and we begin to think of that which we want to manifest, and we begin to live from a place of that power instead of the place where, why do these things all happen to me? Or what's wrong with me that this is happening? Or any of, I'm sure we can all think of those thoughts that we have sometimes where maybe things are changing and we're uncomfortable with what might be happening, and we don't know exactly what's going to happen yet. And as we begin to realize that we're always okay, that there's a spirit within us that's one with the one and one with all that is, that's always okay. And that we have experiences come and go that make us uncomfortable. And sometimes they're there to help us understand something larger, but sometimes they're there because we don't have a control over our thoughts, and we begin to think those things about, why is this happening to me? And oh, we're going downhill and all. And I know you have your own things that go on. And we begin to realize, as we think, we create. As we believe, we create. And so we're always creating, and we absolutely have the power to create what we want in our lives. We have the power to create more good in our lives. We are absolutely one with the one power, and we absolutely do create, and we create all the time with our source. And he also says, do not pay attention to the negative. Now, I think that as humans, we have this tendency to focus on the negative. You know, it's just a kind of a place where we just kind of automatically go. So if we just say to ourselves, do not focus on the negative. And so when it starts to come up, we can even say that to ourselves. Whoa, do not focus on the negative. And then begin to realize, what are the positive things that are going on in our lives? If this change is making me just a little bit scared, what is positive about it? What could really happen about it? In what ways could it lift me up? In what ways could it make me bigger? In what ways could it make me grander? Because we're always okay. Even if we cease to exist on this plane, we're still always okay. The Spirit is just right there with us in every moment. And as we begin to understand that, I mean, really deeply take it in, as we begin to spend that time each day meditating on the wholeness and the allness and the isness and the absolute perfection of our lives, even when it doesn't feel that way. There's something that is trying to make itself known by whatever it is that's going on. And we have the opportunity to listen to what it is and then create something larger, create something better, create something bigger, create something incredible. So he also says, love everyone, love without limit. It allows the invisible forces of life to flow through us. And as we begin to hate or resent, we're looking at the forces that are taking us where we don't want to go. So we just let that all go. We just look at what is positive. What could be positive about what's happening right now? What could I learn? How could I go forward? How could I let go of those negative thoughts I'm thinking and move back into the positive? Because every time we think a thought, we're manifesting. Every time we think a thought, we're manifesting. So when we're thinking positive thoughts, we're manifesting the things that we would label good. When we're thinking negative thoughts, or we're thinking why we're angry at somebody, or who did what to us when, then we're manifesting the negative things. And so it's absolutely within our own power to raise ourselves up and create more and better and greater all the time.
That was hot. Yeah. So the mystery that we in this teaching embrace is that there's something more to us than we possibly could understand. Yet, as we understand those small things, larger things come to us that we get to embrace and enter it with absolute surety. Because we may, when we're in a new mystery, be it whatever it is, a divorce, a loss of job, a new job, a new house, whatever, a baby, whatever that new mystery is, and we get to become with it as it unfolds and becomes itself.
Yes.
And we can do it. We may sense loss, or we may sense inspiration. We may get scared, or we may get excited, but it's all good all the time because it's God working through us. Mysteries in life aren't whodunits. They're what can I call? What can I do with this?
What can I create? What new thing can happen? How can I be bigger, and how can I be better, and how can I do more, and how can I love more, and how can I be more?
Isn't that more powerful than why me?
A lot.
I mean, when the doctor diagnosed me and gave me the news, I could have said, why me? And just given up, because that's a tendency that can take place with anybody going through any sort of thing. Well, we can say, what can I do with this? How can I show the world what living is, what life is, just by being me and not giving up, but giving out me to the world and know that everything is always in perfect order.
Yes. And that we're always, always more than what's going on. And think of yourself as this eternal being. And that soul part of us is so much larger than our bodies. I know I've talked about that before, but just think about that. This is the soul being condensed into this body. And so we have the opportunity to recognize that we're so much bigger and so much more powerful, and we can do so much more than we think we can. And we do it through our thoughts and through our beliefs, and our beliefs come from our thoughts. So we have the opportunity every day to be mindful of our thoughts and remember how powerful we are, and remember how it's so important to create what we want instead of focusing on what we don't want, because we create that just as successfully.
So it's interesting thinking about being condensed into form. And you see this new baby that's been condensed, and they're crying, they're screaming. It's like, why did this happen? Was I ready for this? Do I need to be here now?
Oh, and how big is the voice in that tiny little baby? Oh, my word.
And they just jump into the ministry. Into mystery just by being alive.
Mm-hmm.
And that continues to unfold as we grow and go through every stage of our life.
Yes.
The mystery continues to present itself, and we get to just enjoy it and let it unfold.
Yes.
Would you like to pray us?
So I just invite you one more time to take a nice, deep cleansing breath with me and close your eyes as we focus on the oneness, the allness, the isness, the whole. As we understand that there is this one power, this one presence that is everywhere present in all space and in all time, and that we are one with that. That there is no separation, there's only one. And so in this place of oneness, I invite us to step into it as we expand our joy, as we expand our power, as we expand our love, as we expand our acceptance of the good, as we expand our beingness. And so I just surround each of us. I surround everyone that's present here today, everyone that listens later. And I just spread this throughout the world. And we send peace to all of the places where there's not peace in the world, the places that we see on TV and the places where we're not so aware of it, but so many thousands of people are leaving their homes to try and come to a better place. And so we just expand our awareness of the good and include everyone on this planet, include this beautiful, wonderful planet that supports us, that takes care of us. And as we just understand that wholeness, I'm just so thankful. Thankful for all the good in my life, thankful for all the people in my life, thankful for this spiritual center and the centers for spiritual living and all the centers and beyond. I'm just so grateful to know this truth is manifesting into form right here and right now, that it is done. And absolutely knowing it is done, we release it, we let it go into the spirit of God, knowing it is already done. And so we release it, we let it go, we allow it to be, and together we say, and so it is. Amen, Ashe, Aho. And I can't remember the other one. And together, let's say, woo-hoo!
Well, I came upon a child of God. He was walking on down the road, and I asked him, where are you going? This he told me. He said, I'm going down the Yonkers Farm, gonna join the rock and roll band, and I'm gonna camp out on the land, get my soul free. We We are stardust. We are golden. And we've got to get ourselves back to the garden. Back to the garden. And I said, can I walk beside you? I have come here to lose the smoke, and I feel something to conquer and turn it. Well, maybe it's the time of year, or maybe it's the time of man. I don't know who I am, but life is for learning. We are stardust. We are golden. And we've got to get ourselves back to the garden. Back to the garden. Back to the garden. By the time we got to Woodstock, we were 500,000 strong, and everywhere was song and celebration. And then I dreamed I saw the bombers riding shotgun in the sky, turning into butterflies above our nation. We are stardust. We're golden. And we've got to get ourselves back to the garden. Back to the garden. We are stardust. We are golden. We are stardust. We are golden. We are stardust. We are golden. And we've got to get ourselves. Yes, we've got to get ourselves. We've got to get ourselves back to the garden. Back to the garden. Back to the garden.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Should we announce it?
Well, yeah, why don't you go ahead?
Robin, your song was broken up throughout the whole song, so we're probably going to have to skip the last song because it's not doing any justice to your talent and to and maybe we can talk about it later during the week.
Because we definitely want to hear your beautiful, wonderful voice and we want to, but we're having a hard time hearing it because you're coming in and out. So thank you.
Okay. You're welcome. Absolutely. Sure.
Okay. So moving right along, this is our giving time. And I recall a time in my life where I decided to practice tithing. And tithing is simply giving a percentage to the place that fulfills you or inspires you or makes you feel good in a spiritual way, a spiritual home. So I decided to start giving when I was 3 years behind in my taxes. My credit cards were all maxed out, and I didn't know if I was going to keep my apartment from month to month. And that's when I decided that I was going to try tithing, because if I could get through that and still be giving, then I know that it would work. And it's worked ever since. It was amazing how everything worked itself out, paid off my credit cards, paid off the US government, and everything was happily ever after. So we invite you to think of this as a source of your giving, because you feel you're fed or you get what you need, and just practice it, see if it works for you. Because I know it's
It does work.
yeah.
It does work.
So if you would just shine your light towards this basket and see this basket as the horn of plenty,
That's right.
giving and getting and giving in that eternal circle of good. Please repeat after me. I give thanks for this opportunity to expand my awareness of giving.
I give thanks for this opportunity to expand my awareness of giving.
Yes. So very grateful for all the good that's in my life.
So very grateful for all the good that's in my life.
So very grateful for life itself.
So very grateful for life itself.
I send out loving energy across the planet,
I send out loving energy across the planet,
knowing abundance for everyone.
knowing abundance for everyone.
For this and so much more, I say thank you.
This and so much more, I say thank
And
you.
let it be.
And let it be.
And so it is.
And so it is.
It is. It is.
Yes.
So great. You want to bring us all up?
Oh, I didn't tell people how to give.
So,
So
You can still do that.
yeah, the easiest way to do it is to go to our website, cslnorthmetro.org, and there's different ways to pay right there. There's a Venmo code that's coming up on our screen, and there's a Venmo code on our website, and PayPal, and other ways to give. And we take checks if that's a thing that you do, and our address is right there too. So thank you.
yes. And thank all of you for helping this broadcast take place. And we apologize for all the glitches that took place, but it's all God all the time. It's all good.
Yes. And we invite you to join us on Zoom afterwards. And the code is in the comments, right, Sheila?
Yes,
If you miss it there, it's on our website. Just go to the calendar, and the Zoom code, the Zoom link is right there too. So we'd love to see you and talk to you and have a conversation afterwards.
Yes.
And I
So
would
it's
like
good.
to say what came up on my computer when it went out. It said, oops, something went wrong. Try again. I'm going to enter the mystery. Thank you.
Enter the mystery.
it's a mystery.
Tell me something I don't know already.
At least now we're more aware of everything's a mystery.
Yeah.
That's right.
You know, and it's
And
just,
it's all okay.
and it's
Yeah.
how we receive it and what we do with it.
Yeah.
I just added it to my class or my learning today. You know, try again.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
And both the reading and your talk, just really how to get back out of that negative and see it as it's all a process, and get, change your thinking, change your life.
Right.
Oh, where did
I've
that
heard
come
that somewhere before.
Yeah.
You know, it feels trite sometimes because we say it all the time, but really that's it.
Yeah.
Bottom line.
That really is it. And it's not just your thinking, but your feeling tone. Because if you're just thinking but you're not feeling it, because there's a difference between thinking it and feeling it. So take that long distance or that long trip from your head to your heart, and it makes all the difference in the world. Huh?
Yeah.
Isn't that what you taught me?
Right. Yeah, the feelings
Yeah.
amplify the thought.
Yeah.
When I
Oh,
speak,
yes.
can you hear me clearly?
It's
It's
still
in and
coming
out
in and out a
too.
little bit too.
Okay.
It's just been coming and going. It's something with your
It's a
internet.
mystery.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
so we can have a conversation like this week or something, so we can figure it out. But yeah, because it's really disappointing to have your amazing voice and
Yeah.
have it coming and going. It's
Well, I don't
Yeah,
think it's.
this-
I think it's just a glitchy thing.
Yeah.
oh
Oh, yeah.
anyway,
Not
I
your
think we need
voice.
to talk about it.
No, it's not your voice, that's for sure. It's all the
Yeah.
computer.
I don't know
it's a
what's
computer.
happening today, so it's just computer. Yeah.
Yeah, internet maybe. Do you want to benedict us out?
You do that?
yeah. So returning to center and recognizing who and what we are and what we mean to the world, that we are an ambassador of good, an ambassador of beauty, of freedom, of power, and sharing our good with the world and accepting all the good that flows to us, around us, and recognizing the love that is everywhere present, giving thanks for this time we shared, giving thanks for all our friends, for all our family, for all the good that people are doing all across this planet, recognizing that over what is negative.
Yes.
And in this recognition, I know it's fulfilled. Peace, be still
Yes.
in all our hearts. We go out and spread the consciousness with thanksgiving and an absolute conviction that we are the children of God
Yes.
here to be the change we want to see.
Yes.
And so I just simply say thank you
Thank you.
and let it go and allow it to be. And so it is.
And
And
so,
So it is.
Thank you so
so
much.
it is.
See
Thank
you on
you
Zoom.
guys.
See you
See
guys
you on
on Zoom.
Zoom.
Okay.
Okay.
Bye.